vlogging today, going on an adventure, gotta get some cheese. I'm gonna try to do this all in one take. I'm gonna walk, do my stuff, and vlog. And I don't remember how I got into vlogging. I think I read something in Wired magazine about a chick, and I was like, oh, this chick does nothing but gets paid to be famous. I was like, dude, that's kind of interesting. I'm very interested in doing nothing. Not the famous part, but the doing nothing part. So I started looking at vlogging. I couldn't really find the girl they did the article in the magazine. But on Yahoo, they had iJustine. I wish it was someone else, but no, iJustine. Oh, this is my brother-in-law. Hello!
American television.
Anyway, that's my brother-in-law. He's a cool cat. He thinks I'm a complete weirdo, but decent person. So now I'm walking to get cheese. Anyway, so my first vlogging experience, because after I read the article in Wired, was iJustine. And I was like, oh, this chick's kind of cute. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yet, I was like, no, maybe one day I'll do it. Then, from there, I discovered YouTube and saw Philip DeFranco. I was like, hey, this guy's a funny motherfucker. And I'm trying to curse less, and it's failing miserably. You're watching me fail miserably at cursing less. And then that led to, me discovering others like Charles Trippy, Shay Carl, and all the gang that does vlogs. So I was like, you know what? One day I'm going to do a vlog. Then like 2 years later, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I started vlogging. But I found out living in Japan is totally awesome. No, vacationing in Japan is totally awesome. Living in Japan, you do the same thing over and over and over. So I thought I'd hit my first video response. And I'm also going to try to do this in one take, as people look at me like I'm a complete weirdo. American television! That didn't help the situation at all. It's not really American television, but trying to explain to someone in a different language, YouTube, not easy. I know they have YouTube in Japan, but I don't think it's as popular as it is in the States. So I'm walking to Family Mart. I'm going to have to actually walk the long way, just a couple more minutes of vlogging. But anyway, what was I going to say before I got confused, as always. So this is my first video response. It's also my first time doing it straightforward. No cuts, no kids, no doing something adventurous. Just me talking to a camera and walking. And the reason why is I want to see if the words match up. I've been having a hard time. I don't know if it's because the way the flip camera edits it or the way I upload it. I don't know what the situation is. So I'm going to try it all in one cut. And hopefully by the end of this video, the words coming to my ugly mouth still match up. But as far as video response, the other day, Shay Carl asked, what are some of your earliest memories? And me being an orphan bastard child with 9,000 families, then, also joining the military, and them telling me like, no, we don't really have your paperwork. A lot of stuff that you were told ain't exactly truthful, so that's kind of exciting. Let's see, some of my earliest memories. Peeing outdoors. We were at there was nuns there, so I'm guessing Catholic. I don't remember being Catholic, but I'm just walking for the sake of walking now. So we went behind the shed, me and this buddy and this guy, maybe this don't sound good, but it's not like that. We went behind the shed and peed. We were like, yeah, we're peeing outside. And from that day on, I've always peed, outside. Like, even in the Marine Corps, I was like, oh yeah, I'm peeing on Mount Fuji, peeing on the Great Wall of China, I'm peeing in Iraq, I'm peeing in just weird crap I peed at. And I don't know why, but I guess this started it all. But, me and this kid went behind the shed, we peed, we're like, hell yeah, we're peeing outside behind the shed. And the nun caught us and beat us silly. So, I don't even think I'm Catholic. Can a Catholic nun beat the hell out of you, even if you're not Catholic? I don't know. That's a great question, I guess. So, I think that's one of my first memories. My other one is my so-called real dad. I met him one time that I remember, and I was real little. And these are the things that I remember about him. He bought me Reese's Pieces. Granted, his house was kind of big, but it was dirty. And I remember, even at a young age, because the story I was told is that my original dad beat my mom. It's not looking good if history repeats itself for my wife. He beat my mom fucking finally left. Found a new scumbag to be with. Congratulations, Mom. And, I just remember being in this dirty-ass, huge house, and he had a giant dog, and going, well, even at a young age, I was going, well, if you didn't beat Mom, maybe maybe you should have cleaned the house more. I know it's kind of a sick, demented thing to think about when you're so little. And he bought me a little army kit. And later on, I joined the Marine Corps. I remember he had a like army helmet there. And again, this is my earliest memories. I don't know which one came first, but he had like an army helmet. And in this army helmet that he had, crap. Oh, I asked him. I was like, oh, cool, were you a war hero? And because if anyone asked me when I was a kid what my dad did, he died in a war. I just thought it was the most honorable thing in the world, so I was thinking, hell, dude, if I can make it up, why not? So, and he's like, oh, yeah, some of my buddies died, and I don't know if that's true or not. And he's like, oh, I'm thinking about going back in. So, who knows? And that's it. And I remember the army kit. I got the army kit, and I was like, oh, I want to be a soldier like my dad. And then with the army kit, let me switch hands here. Whew, you know you're out of shape when you have to switch hands vlogging. And then with the army kit, I remember I lost it because whoever was driving me from place to place, the car was so ruined. We call it the Fred Flintstone car. That if I dropped anything, I didn't lose it underneath the seat. I lost it forever. There was no bottom. I was strapped in, no car seat. Man, no wonder why I came so jacked up. But no car seat. And I dropped the stuff and it went straight under. And then I lost it forever. I'm trying to think. Let me sum it up. I think I had a couple oldest memories. Another one was school, because Shay Carl's was about a teacher drooling on him or something. At school, I was a brand new kid going to a school for the first time. This happened a lot. And I just remember there's the most beautiful girl. It was kindergarten, but it was the most beautiful girl at the time I've ever seen. And she spilt the juice everywhere. The teacher was out and there was juice everywhere. And when the teacher came back, they're like, oh, who spilled the juice? And I wanted to tell her, but you know, growing up in Jersey, you just don't rat people out. So I was like, oh, dude, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, dude. And I kid you not, the beautiful girl didn't fess up. Of course not, because why? And all the kids blamed me, the new kid. So I had to clean up this crap that this beautiful little girl at the time, what I thought was beautiful, was like just sitting there and they were all giggling, and I just got so mad. And then I spilt the rest of the iced tea and it ran out. That's a normal reaction, right? And let me see, do I got anything else? Oh yeah, I wrote down notes because I was walking and, you know, I got ADD, hence the editing process. This will be the last one. This is the first teacher I really liked. And, you know, when you have no parents and no guidance, no nothing, you just make up shit. Orphans are the best liars in the world. Anyway, so the teacher asked me, what do I do, or who am I and stuff? And I remember saying, oh, I got a part-time job. And this is like first, second grade. Like, oh, really? What part-time job do you have? And out of nowhere, I was like, dude, I'm a professional wrestler. So she's like, oh, really? Well, like what? You know, and she's thinking amateur wrestling or me wrestling around with my friends. But no, that wasn't a good enough lie. The lie had to go even further. I was like, oh, you know, I'm on TBS Superstation. Because, you know, back then cable was just starting out, and that was a big deal. And he was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, it's this small company, WCW. Maybe it was NWA back then. And the teacher goes, really? You're on television? She, you know, I imagine she's thinking I'm holding a sign. But no, that lie isn't good enough. And I'm like, no, I'm one of the Russian guys. I'm not Russian at all. And she's like, oh, really? Which one? And I told the teacher I was Nikita Koloff. I don't know if anyone knows what Nikita Koloff looks like, but it was not me in the first grade. So I told her it was Nikita Koloff. And she started watching wrestling because I told her I was Nikita Koloff. And she even went along with the lie. I don't know if this is good for my health or mental state, but I find it to be hilarious. So the teacher went along with it and went, hey, you know, sure, you're Nikita Koloff. And she would watch the matches and come in the next day and be like, oh, the Rock and Roll Express ripped you off. And I went along with it because I watched wrestling. I was like, I know, I'm going to get him next time with my Russian chain. And the worst part is, this is the last part that I got to go because I have no idea what the time is. But the last part of the story is, like, maybe 8 years later, a friend invited me over. It was Joey something. And they made all Russian food. And I was like, what? You guys Russian? And they're like, no, but you're Russian, right? And this lie of me being Nikita Koloff grew so big, I guess, so outrageous, that my friends made an all Russian dinner for me, thinking that I was from Russia. Anyway, so my earliest memories are confusion and lies. Way to go. Anyway, and if you're a father and thinking about getting rid of your kids, think about me. You want your kid telling the teacher he's Nikita Koloff? No. But anyway, those are my earliest memories, and this is my first video response, and I hope it goes well. Peace.